Hello, we're about to go for our first little cruise on our boat. Sadly it's really windy.
Yippee!
But apart from that it's really nice, warm, nice. It's going to take a little bit to get ourselves sorted out, isn't it? Get ready, get things ready. I haven't got my microphone on yet, but I'll do that later. So,
here we go.
As long as it's not too windy, we'll go. Ice is a bit tight.
You've got to reverse it in, that's the best bit.
I'm going to do that. Well, that wasn't easy, was it? The wind was really
and
strong.
There's a bridge up the top, as you'll see
But
in a minute.
we've managed to get out of our berth, but we had to go back into the marina and turn around because the wind just blew us completely the wrong way. But
it is very, very windy.
So this is our marina.
Yep.
Nice little marina. We're going past our berth in a minute, which we've just left. We just left it, and now we've got to go back again.
It's going past. But we're actually going out on the, well, not the cut, the
River
navigation.
Stort Navigation. Only trouble is in here it's a really narrow, as you can see at the front, it's really narrow to get through the boats and the wind's blowing like crazy.
Excuses, excuses.
Which is not that good in a 56-foot boat. But we're getting there. We actually, sadly, haven't been up this end of the marina. We're about to go past our berth, aren't we?
Yep. And it's empty. Somebody's taken the boat. Ooh, must be us.
Right.
I'm a mixture of nervous and excited. It's different when you're hiring a boat to owning your own boat and going out.
And it is.
Any damage we do could prove to be expensive.
We are on our boat, pottering up the Stort. And tonight we're going to stay over. It's very windy, and to be honest the engine's playing up a bit. We've got a dirty diesel I think, but hey, first test out. This is our first lock, just up the road on the way to the Stort, so we'll carry on, see how it goes. It ticks over alright, but you just can't rev it. Lock's open. And here she's got a good lady wife, getting the paddles done. So there we are, Spellbrook Lock 3, our first lock in our new boat. And weather's holding, it's pretty nice really. Hope it keeps up apart from this wind. I think we'll go up a fair old bit tonight, moor up, come back tomorrow. Then we're going to have to get diesel bug people in to clear out the diesel. I'm sure that's a problem. You just can't rev the engine and you need it in the wind. Twyford Lock 2. Slowly filling up the lock. The sun is shining. Pretty cool really. Although we do need to turn around somewhere, more up. And I need to investigate the electrics, which don't seem to be working as they should. Engines misfiring. Apart from that, it's been great so far. Oh well, at least the sun's out. Well, we've been our first cruise on the boat, and it's fair to say it's not been a major success, has it?
Well, the first problem started actually in the marina itself, and that was the wind was so bad, Adrian really struggled.
It's quite tight to get out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tight to get out, and he really struggled.
I mean, you move out and there's boats in front and you're coming up towards those, and the back of yours is still next to the other boat because they're all sort of parallel, and then you have to try and turn it round, but the wind was blowing the wrong way. So we got blown back into the marina the wrong way.
Never mind.
There's a turning point there.
There's a turning point, so we managed to turn in the turning point.
So that was the first problem. However, then, because it was a bit windy and trying to turn around in the winding hole, as soon as I tried to rev the engine, pop, 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 splutter, pop, splutter. Sounded dreadful, didn't it?
No, and it did impress me, seeing as we just had it serviced.
So there's a problem with the engine, and it ticks over, and you can go a little bit more than that, but you can't really rev it. And of course, if it's windy and you want to turn around or do anything, you need a bit of poke, don't you?
And remember, we're not on the cut; we're on a navigation, so we're going against the tide as
the
river as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So you've got a river sort of flowing, and it's not massive flow, but it's enough when you've got no power. All you've got is tick over. So you're pottering along at tick over, and if the front starts to go off or you want to turn around, there's nothing you can do. Really, we should have just given up. But we thought we'd persevere.
We did. We weren't going to let a little bit of thing like engine not working
properly.
Yeah,
no engine. Who needs that?
But we think it's 99% certain it's fuel starvation.
Yeah.
Or that dreaded diesel bug, I reckon.
It feels something like that. I mean, you may gathered on earlier vlogs. I'm a bit of a motorbike mechanic. I've got a garage full of old motorbikes, and I'm used to most problems.
And old stationary engines.
Oh yeah, stationary engines. However, what happens as soon as you try and rev it, it coughs and spluts, and it's like you're chucking bad fuel in, and that's what I think it feels like. You know, I'm sure it's diesel bug or water or something. I can't see what else it could be. So we're going to have to get. We're thinking of this anyway, weren't we?
Yeah, we did consider it. Because we should have considered it before we.
Maybe we'd seen a few vlogs where people sort of talk about the diesel bug and how it builds up, and if you leave the tank half empty over winter, you get condensation. And also, it's 20 years old, isn't it, the boat?
Yeah.
So it's 20 years old. So 20 years of sort of driving around being parked up, and it had a sort of third full tank. Half full tank when we picked it up. I don't think it's been used much the last year and a half, so I just reckon you've got condensation, moisture, water. So we're going to have to pay to have our diesel tanks flushed and filtered and cleaned, because I don't really think it can be anything else on the engine. The injectors are working, the pump's working, it's just, it won't rev up. So there we are really. Oh, then to add to the fun, as we got to the Stort, where we're going to turn around near Bishop Stortford, we did a few miles, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we were pottering along and thought, oh well, and managed to turn around. Really hard that was to do.
But we did.
But we did, because of course we've got no poke and the wind's blowing us. It was quite a dreadful turn, you know, embarrassing, and people looking at you, like, what's that idiot doing? I had no choice. But anyway.
He did look an idiot.
After we turned around, I went, yay, success. The engine charging system packed up. All of a sudden, the voltmeter dropped down to 12 volts, and the charging light come on, and it's no longer charging.
Which was a problem, because I'd already told him the fridge ain't working, there's no electrics.
That was
the
different.
Lights were working.
That's a different problem.
Oh.
That was the we have got another problem. We couldn't work out how the inverter works. When I was here doing my wonderful paint job, oh, some phone keeps going off. When I was here doing my wonderful paint job, I sort of ran the electric off the inverter to check everything worked, and it was fine. But today, tried to run things off the inverter, and some of the lights worked. The ceiling lights worked off the batteries, but the fridge won't work. The 12 volt.
And neither would the gas.
Fridge, microwave, the gas sparker. And so there's something wrong with the inverter as well. I don't think that's related to the charging circuit of the engine, because that's completely separate. It is.
It might just be we haven't turned the right switch on.
Well, there's a few switches we still haven't worked out, but we're getting there, aren't we? And I came in and flicked the RCD switch, whatever it's called, and flicked that around and switched a few things, and then
the fridge started working.
Yeah, the fridge is on.
So the beer will be cold tonight for him.
But of course the batteries are not going to be as charged as we should, because the engine's not charging as much. Fortunately, we're not the other side of the country. We've only come, what, 4 or 5 miles.
I don't think we've gone that far. I think you're boasting 2 at the most.
No, we've done more than that.
All right, 3. We'll agree to 3.
We'll be out 3 hours.
We'll agree on 3, yes?
All right. pedestrians rushing past us up the towpath, you know, old ladies with trolleys, boom, disappearing as we chug, chug, chug against the wind. Mind, tomorrow we've got the flow of the river back down.
So we should get there.
And we're not into the wind, but hey. So overall...
It's been a really, really good day. I know it sounds like he's a moaning old.
What do you mean it sounds like? Yeah.
But the sun has been shining. It's been
for
absolutely lovely.
January.
The scenery's been fabulous. We've seen a couple of birds and just, it's been lovely. So
apart from the stress,
very, very nice.
Apart from the stress of it going wrong, it's actually...
Stress head.
I know. It's quite encouraging. The engine's pretty quiet. That's because it won't rev up. No, the engine's surprisingly quiet, which is nice. Because I was thinking of soundproofing, wasn't I? It's lovely.
It steered very well as well.
Boat steers really well. It's really nice. So everything's potentially really good. But obviously we've got more problems to fix. But hey, it's January. We've got plenty of time before we go on our epic journey in the summer. So that's that one.
What happened about the mini epic journey in February?
I mean, half term. I think we might still be fixing the thing, might we? It's not actually only 2 weeks. So anyway, yeah, that might be off the cards. But it doesn't matter. We've discovered something, just popped up the river, didn't go far. That's great.
And
next,
we've got wine.
Oh yeah,
and dinner, so no problem.
Yeah, so now we've got dinner. We've got gas just in case the electric does back up. But no, everything's working. Lynn's going to do us a lovely dinner. We've got vino. We've even got some beer in the fridge. Not as cold as it should because it wasn't on at first, but it is now. I'm going to put the fire on. The heating works. It's actually surprisingly warm, isn't it? So
and unfortunately, our daughter has still not made us grandparents yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we're still waiting. We're past the due date, although she thinks they've got it wrong. So yeah, we've still got to wait for that. So anyway, let's go and have a lovely night and celebrate the success of actually getting out on our boat.
Yes.
And get drunk thinking about the other problems we've got to fix. No, not really. We'll be fine.
Oh, can I get drunk? Have I got permission?
You certainly have. Right.
Yes, the happy goblins are coming out to play tonight.
Yes, he'll be 2 glasses of wine. She's out singing about all kinds of things. Anyway, so we're off to go and get our dinner now. Well, get the dinner on, get the fire on, and chill out.
Sounds a good idea.
Let's go and get that done.
Cheers. Good night.
So we're about to set off. The engine started nicely. Still misfiring. But this is our mooring this morning. How nice is that? I mean, just look. What a beautiful, beautiful view. And if I show you the other way, this is of course the River Stort Navigation. And there's a lock just down there. So here we are, and we were just about to set off for the locks just down the road, and 2 boats came past. There's been nothing moving all the time we've been here. 2 boats came past, so the locks, they've got to go through the lock, there's only one at a time, so we have another 5 minutes. And there's an aeroplane. Hey! Here's my lovely wife. Oh, and the good news, I've revved it up a bit, the engine, this morning, and it started charging. Now I did try that yesterday, don't worry, because I know it's ticking over. In fact, you can hear it burbling, can you hear? But it suddenly started charging.
And it sounds a lot better this morning.
No, it's missing. It's not under load yet. A bit better, we'll see. Anyway, what a morning. Isn't it lovely?
Superb.
Lock coming up, sun's there. Charging light's gone off. Perfect. What a beautiful day. We have ducks. Linda trying to fall in the canal again. Now she's cleaning the green off the windows. The sun's out, it ain't cold. Wow. Now I thought I'd need sunglasses in January. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful weather. So nice. We'll do a few more videos of the Stort because it's a canal, well, a navigation that not a lot of people travel on. It's right at the end of sort of one end of the canal network. You have to go down through London, up the River Lee, cross the Lee to the Stort, and then it's a dead end. And you know, you can see a lot of people not making it here unless you're desperate to do the whole network. But this is nice. Wildlife stunning, all the birds. Have a nice sit down. Put it now, it's a cup of tea. So here we are at the Marina. That's our Marina entrance, and when you come out of it you turn left, left for the River Lee and London, and right, which is the way we turned for Stortford. And it's quite tight negotiating in there, but you'll see the whole marina. It's a lovely marina. You'll see as we get in. So that's our berth coming up. After that couple of blue ones, you'll see a gap coming up, and there's no way I can reverse in there from here, so we've got to turn around and get back in. Backwards from over there. There's plenty of room, isn't there? Just it was a bit bad yesterday in the strong wind. So there we are, there's our berth. Whew.
Well, that's been a fabulous weekend. There's been some ups, some downs, some highs, some lows. But overall, it has been fantastic. I'm really, really pleased that we've been out on the boat at last.
Finally. It was a bit worrying when it kept cutting out. I mean, it wasn't just misfiring, it actually cut out in the middle of a river 2-3 times, didn't it?
Yeah, in a winding hole, which is not the best place for it to actually cut out.
Looked a right pudding trying to turn around in there. I looked like an idiot. Because I just couldn't get any power.
Or is? That's the question.
However, as I think I mentioned earlier, coming back this morning it started okay and it was running much better. Still spluttering. It's almost like it's cleared out some of the muck. We're definitely going to get the diesel tank sorted, aren't we?
Yeah, that's our number one thing to arrange this week. Definitely
get the diesel tanks, get them cleaned and all that kind of stuff. I think they call it fuel polishing. It started charging coming back. I mean, you often have to rev it a bit to make it charge, and I don't know if it's because it's ticking over, and we'll see. But let's get the diesel done, then we'll do that. As you've seen with the electrics, I've had a few puzzles as to what different bits are. Hopefully somebody can help me with that. I'll point
Please
it out.
Please help him, I can't stand him moaning about the electrics any longer.
Hey, you want electric, same as me. Anyway, so that's it from us this week. Still no news on our daughter. We haven't heard a thing this morning. So
this afternoon.
So the baby's not due, well, not coming just yet. So we may see you next week.
Or we may not.
Or we may not.
However,
it's a busy time.
if you liked, press the like button. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Have a lovely week, everybody.
Oh, and if you don't like to subscribe, still do it.
Bye.
Bye,
Cheers.
folks.
Bye.